Hello everyone, hope you're having a great Monday. Today we want to talk a little bit about the flooding that occurred in Tennessee this weekend. We've got a lot of customers that are wanting to file flood insurance claims. And before you go and file that flood insurance claim, we want to make sure that you're aware of some things to help better protect you. And we want to make sure that your insurance agent is also out there to help protect you. So before filing that flood insurance claim, what you want to look at, first of all, what is your deductible? You also want to have someone maybe come out and take a look at the damage to see if you have enough damage to qualify for the deductible. The other thing is, if you just have a little bit over your deductible, you may want to pay for it out of pocket. And the reason for this is, even a lot of insurance agents don't realize this, but flood works completely different than home insurance does. You see, you may be able to file a home insurance claim and your policy might go up a little bit. But with a private flood insurance policy, you could be non-renewed on your next renewal. Then you could have a lot of difficulty getting flood insurance in the private market. You may not be able to get it at all. Then you may have to go back to the National Flood Insurance Program, which could be significantly higher, and the premiums could possibly even be higher than what your flood insurance premium is going to be. So that's why it's really important that you really sit down with your agent and figure out, does filing a flood insurance claim really make sense for a $4,000 or $5,000 claim? The other thing you want to take a look at, though, maybe you have a National Flood Insurance Program policy and you need to file another claim. What if this is your second claim within that 10-year period? Well, then it could mean that you're now on the repetitive loss list, which could mean significantly higher premiums for you and also more strict guidelines. These are also all things you want to think about if you're getting ready to sell your house. Because remember, flood claims doesn't follow you, they follow the property, which means filing this flood insurance claim could possibly have an impact on your ability to sell the property. Now, of course, you'll still want to disclose maybe it's had flood damage, but when someone tries to go get flood insurance on it, it could be very difficult if it's had multiple claims. So these are just some things to think about. If you live in that Tennessee area that suffered some flooding this weekend, before going and filing that flood insurance claim, number one, find out what your deductible is. Number two, have a conversation with your agent whether it makes sense to file that flooding claim or not. And then number three, if you do decide to file that claim, make sure your agent works with you to get all the proper paperwork in place, because there are guidelines of when these claims have to be filed. The other thing you want to make sure of, first of all, is that you qualify for a claim. Because remember, one of two situations has to occur. Generally, either 2 acres or more has to be inundated in water in the area, or 2 properties or more have to be inundated with water. So if just your property was impacted and it was less than 2 acres, flood insurance might not even pay out. So these are all some things that you just want to think about. So remember, if you ever have questions about things like this, visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. We're here to help you answer these questions. We're here to help you with your questions for disaster assistance when things like this occur, to make sure that we can make sure you're whole again. Thank you, and good luck if you're one of these clients in Tennessee in this process.